Hi, welcome back to Faith, Love, and Vision Loss.
Yes.
And we're welcoming back our special guest. What's your name, special guest?
Ella.
Hi, Ella. So, Ella is my goddaughter.
Yes, I am.
She is an extremely smart 7-year-old little gal.
Hey, can I give them a fact?
Sure.
Fun fact, I haven't been baptized yet.
Yes, she hasn't been baptized yet, but she will be. She will be. So don't worry, no one has not been invited to the baptism. We haven't had it yet, but we will soon. So today we are here to talk about a lot of different things. Ella, would you like to tell them what we're going to talk about?
So, on 4th of July this year, I saw a comment on one of my
Grandmother?
Nina's comment saying that this girl needed help because her sister got blind when she had surgery. So, and she wanted help and any advice. So, but it was 2 months ago, but we're gonna say some stuff about it.
Yes. So one of our viewers, her name is Jen. She left a comment stating that her sister had surgery and she was starting to lose her eyesight and she was scared. And so Jen is asking for resources or any type of help that we can give her. And I'm so glad you asked me that question because I have so much advice to give, because blindness, visual impairment, whatever you want to call it, is very new to me. It's very recent. It's only been a little over 2 years since I lost my eyesight, and I was very grateful that people passed information on to me. And so now I'm going to pass it on to you, and I hope that this helps. Number one, vision loss is really scary. It's scary because you don't know if it's going to be something permanent, if it's going to be something that's going to continue to cause your vision to deteriorate, if your vision is going to be stable.
Because you don't know.
Exactly.
Because you don't know if you're going to lose your eyesight anytime.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we talk about this.
Yes. And so we talk about this, and she and I talk about this often because she's very curious as to, how I feel and if I'm scared. And I can tell you,
hey.
Yes.
So later on in this video, are we going to talk about the king?
Yes, we are going to talk about the king.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to talk about all that stuff. So everything depends on how significant your vision loss is at certain points. The thing is that we should always be prepared for possibly losing a little more eyesight, which can happen, but...
Wait.
Yes.
But what if that person her sister already figured out the stuff? What if she doesn't know a lot?
Well, we're going to give her all the information right now.
Okay.
Okay? So the first thing is you want to talk to your doctor openly and honestly, and you want to ask him or her as many questions as you can. You have to ask your doctor if they know what's going to happen. And a lot of doctors are going to tell you the same thing. They're going to say they don't know because it could be a 50-50. My doctor told me from day one when I first went to go see him that there was a 50-50 chance that I could possibly have a retinal detachment. I did, one in each eye. And it was really scary at first, especially because it happened right when my mom, her grandma, passed away.
Yeah, it was a very painful at first because she was crying and she lost her eyesight. So I'm going to explain why this hurted. So when she saw the chances, she thought, what if I lose my eyesight? So we went to the memorial, and after a couple of days, she realized she went to the doctor, and the next day she lost her eyesight.
Yes, so that is kind of what happened. I lost my eyesight before the memorial, remember, Ella?
Oh, yeah.
But I had surgery after the memorial, and that's when we realized that my eyesight was not going to fix itself. It wasn't going to come back. I did.
Was your liking?
Yes. I did regain some of my eyesight back, which was a surprise, and I'm grateful to God every day for the eyesight that I do have because it helps me navigate. Um,
But
but what?
over time, you lose your eyesight or you get it back. You get it back most of the time, but you can lose it
Mm-hmm.
again.
Yes, yes, you can.
Can,
And so you have to.
can you get any diseases from that?
Well, I already have a disease. I have a disease called diabetic retinopathy. It came from diabetes. So I lost my eyesight because of my diabetes. But there are so many different reasons for losing your eyesight. Lots of them.
Yeah. Can you have any seizures?
I don't have seizures, no. But there are people who do have seizures depending on what's going on with their body.
Can you get infected from any stuff that's happening in your eyes?
Anyone can get an infection in their eyes.
What if you turn deaf?
No.
Okay.
Well, you can get an infection that can cause deafness, but that's something that I am not prepared to talk about because I need to do more research on it. Okay? Okay. So, here are some of the things that you can do to help your sister or any family member that might be going through vision loss. Number one, you have to listen to them. You have to listen to them and be available for them and let them anytime, exactly. And you have to let them know that you are there to help them.
So this is a video where you should search it up because you never know if one of your family members or you are going to lose your eyesight.
Exactly.
So if you find out, watch a video or ask a family member.
Mm-hmm. What else can you do?
Because if you have, if you have another family member who has lost their eyesight and has gained a lot of resources and stuff that they know, ask them.
Yes.
Or go to them because that is the best advice I could give. Because
Yes.
if you wanna get resources from being blind, you have to ask a family member or watch a YouTube video.
Or what else can you do? Do you know?
Go into TikTok.
Or you can go on TikTok, yes. Or you can ask your doctor, right?
I need to explain something.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
We're going to talk about that right now.
Okay.
Okay. So here are the main ways that you can find very valuable resources. Number one, LS said you can watch YouTube videos. Yes, YouTube videos are a great resource because there are hundreds of blind creators out there that can give you so much advice.
That are very popular than us.
Yes. Yes, they are. You can look at people like Molly Burke, who suffers from retinitis pigmentosa, and she's been blind since she was a kid. She lost her vision when she was in, I believe, about 8th grade, but in order...
Hopefully she comments on this video.
Yes, and there's also our friend Sam at The Blind Life, who talks about a lot of different things you can use technology-wise to help you as a visually impaired person.
And also, you can find groups on anything you have, like anything that helps you with your eyesight, like WhatsApp or anything. But
Yes, you can find groups on there.
Yes, you can.
So I was very blessed. I found a support group on TikTok that we do through WhatsApp, and there's actually lots of support groups that are available on TikTok that are designed just for women, just for men. I'm in one that's just for Latina women that are dealing with vision loss. Another very valuable resource that I was able to find because of one of my family members, my cousin Itza. She told me about the San Diego Center for the Blind and also the Braille Institute. The San Diego Center for the Blind is a nonprofit organization here in San Diego.
Which you should go to.
That is designed to teach people how to live a more independent life. They offer orientation and mobility training, lifestyle classes. They offer cooking classes. They offer all kinds of programs, and they also offer transportation. The Braille Institute has just relocated, and they haven't reopened as of yet, But they went from being located in La Jolla to being located in Mission Hills, which is here in San Diego as well. But what?
So, warning, this could take 2 years or 3 years. So, you cannot apply. Maybe you have to go on a plane, or it depends on where you live. So, you could get a blind helper dog. Now,
Yes.
it's a dog that helps you with your blindness. And no, you cannot get a regular dog.
No, you can't. So we'll talk about guide dogs in just a moment. Once you complete your orientation and mobility training, which is the training that you do so that you can get around, and that's how they teach you how to move around with a white cane. Once you've completed that, then you can start the process to get a guide dog. It depends on where you are, just like Ella said, and 99.9% of the time you're going to have to travel
on a plane
to go and figure out the whole situation with your guide dog. It takes applications, it takes money, it takes donations, it takes a lot of different things in order to qualify for a guide dog. And you always have to remember that guide dogs are a lot of maintenance, right?
Yeah.
And so they require some money for food, for vet, for all kinds of stuff. Yes, Ella.
So, you can do like any streaming thing and like ask for donations for a blind dog. But if you don't want to do that, so there are some jobs that you can get while blind, like calling people and stuff. Like, so, can I tell them a story?
Sure.
So, a story from her. So, before she lost her eyesight, she had a job. She would call people. She would be in an office. And so, but she had to quit from that job. But now she's trying to get that job back. The thing is, she still gets paid a month. Once a month.
Okay, so this is the next resource that I was going to go to. So thanks for the introduction, Ella. So the other place that you can go to for a lot of help is the Department of Rehabilitation. Now, the Department of Rehabilitation is not going to help everyone. The Department of Rehabilitation will usually help you if your interest is to go back to work, or if you were born blind or developed blindness earlier in life, then they help train you. So yes, so they can train you to join the workforce. And what they do is they provide all kinds of things technology-wise, because being a visually impaired person in this world is very expensive. You have to
But there are some good things about that. We will talk about that later, like theme parks and stuff.
So it's very expensive because the technology, all the equipment costs a lot of money. If you have some vision, you can benefit from things like magnifiers, CCTVs, magnifiers on your computers, different things like that that are very beneficial. The Department of Rehabilitation will help you, so they provide that equipment for you so that you don't have to pay for it out of pocket. The laptops come with software that will enable you to do your job, enable you to read documents, all kinds of stuff. And just a fair warning, Ella wants me to let you guys know that this video is going to be kind of long.
Because
there's a lot of information.
Yeah, and most of her videos are short, so there's going to be about like 100 things that she's going to say. Like she mostly does. But we're not going to talk about that in this video, maybe another video. Yeah. That's personal. Though.
Yes. So the equipment comes with software. So far from the Department of Rehabilitation, by the grace of God, I have been able to receive a laptop, a printer scanner. I also have a CCTV, which I'll talk about in more detail.
What is CCTV?
I'll talk about that right now. Okay. And then I have a hand magnifier, and I also, what else? I have 2 canes that were provided to me also by the Department of Rehabilitation.
And she also has binoculars.
And binoculars. Yes, thank you. I couldn't remember. I was like, there's something else. I have a pair of binoculars.
Which we do. Where are they?
I'll show it to them.
Yeah, we
Okay.
need to show them.
Okay. So
But we'll show the binoculars later.
yes, we'll show the binoculars later.
Or maybe a special event. I think. Who knows?
So all of those things were provided by the Department of Rehabilitation. Again, this is for people who are interested in going back to work.
You were teaching me facts.
Yes, and
I never even knew.
Exactly. See, you're learning right now, right?
Yes.
Yes. And so the great thing is that I believe that no matter what is causing your blindness, what is causing your visual impairment, what is causing you to not be able to see, I believe that we are all capable of doing something that requires you to be on the workforce to, gain some money. Of course, there's other types of programs that are available for people who are visually impaired.
But those are only two.
Yeah, well, I know. We're going to talk about the money right now.
Yeah, we're going to talk about how much it costs.
So you can apply for either Social Security or Social Security disability, depending on your situation. If you are someone who lost their vision later on in life, if you've gained work credits and all those things, you can apply for what's called SSDI. If you are younger and you are you've never worked before in your life, you can apply for SSI. The amounts that are awarded are very, very different. Why? Because when you receive Social Security disability, you are gaining it because you worked, and so you earned work credits, and so you get more money. SSI caps out at a certain amount. I don't know what the amount is, especially because I'm here in California, so I know that we receive a little bit more than other states.
Are we still going to talk about CCTV?
Yeah, we are going to talk about it.
Okay, right now.
And then it also depends, when you get SSDI, you can receive more money from a long-term disability plan that you might have had.
Got a Gucci purse from that.
No, I didn't get a Gucci purse.
Well, that looks like one.
No, it's not. I don't have a Gucci purse.
Alright, let's not talk about that.
No, the money that, we use because we're in California, I'm not going to tell you guys what I get, but it's enough for us to be able to live in California still, because it's very expensive to live here.
And most people don't really stay here that long.
Yeah, but I've been here my whole life. So we also are going to, that is another resource that you can sign up for. It takes a while. It takes a while to get approved for Social Security. It takes a while to get approved for all that. And once you get approved, and you get approved for Medicare also, Medicare takes a while to kick in. If you don't have insurance already, it will take a while for you to qualify for Medicare. If you qualify for Medi-Cal and Medicare, you'll get approved almost right away.
And most of the time, when you're watching TV, you get lots of ads for Medicare.
Yes, you do.
Like I.
Yes. And so that is how, they provide insurance for a lot of people who have visual impairments. I, again, by the grace of God, am lucky that my employer still provides me with medical insurance because I checked all the right boxes, and I also receive long-term disability. Not everybody is in that same boat, but it's very helpful.
You can apply for it.
And also through the Department of Rehabilitation, they are helping me with my assistive technology training, which I am getting ready to complete. And once I'm done with all that, we're going to make a video just based on assistive technology, but that is what's going to help me to navigate the computer.
I forgot. You should write, if you're watching this video, write this down. You're gonna need it.
Yes.
Maybe in your 50s, your 40s, your 30s.
You never know.
You never know how old you are. But we're gonna soon enough we're gonna explain why how kids get it.
Yes.
Well, not how.
Well, there's Ella, that's a good question. Come here so we can talk about this.
Okay.
Okay? So blindness happens in many different ways. Like I said, for me, I lost my vision because I had double retinal detachment due to diabetes, diabetic retinopathy. Now, there are so many different things that can cause blindness. I don't even know half of the eye diseases that can cause it. But
there are over like 500.
yeah, there's more. There's a lot of them. The most common that I've come across with friends is retinitis pigmentosa, which is blindness that gets worse and worse over time. Most people with RP get really bad night blindness. But I'm not going to talk too much about it because I don't have RP, so I don't want to talk about something that I don't understand and give you guys the wrong information.
Because you don't want to accidentally give you the wrong information, because
Exactly.
that could hurt yourself and you could die.
No, you can't die. Don't say that. Everyone's gonna do that at some point, right? Yes. Okay. So you can also be born premature, and sometimes when you're born premature, that can also cause your eyes not to develop properly, and so some people have low vision. Some people are born completely blind. And a very common misconception that I'm going to discuss right now is that all people with vision impairments are living in the dark. And that is not true. As a matter of fact, only about 10% of...
That is just something to scare you.
Yes. Only about 10% of people who suffer from blindness and or vision impairment are totally blind. Most of us can see something. Even if it's light perception, you're still able to see the lights in your eyes. And there's some people who can't see anything, but it all depends. There are other things that can cause blindness as well. I know several people who lost their vision to injuries. Hold on a minute, okay? People can lose their vision due to a gunshot wound. I know somebody who was in they can do it from a car accident or from a whole bunch of other things that are not unexpected. And so that can also cause your life to change. Aside from losing your vision, a lot of things can change for you too. There's just so many things that can happen.
Can I say something?
Of course.
Can I tell everybody something?
Of course, tell them.
Warning. You could go anywhere and there could be a blind disease somewhere. So, you have to be careful for that. I'm not saying never go outside or something.
Mm-hmm.
They could be in your house or anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But don't be afraid. This only happens sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, just, you could be at the pool or anywhere and you could discover a disease, and then, 3 years later, you'd figure out that you'd be blind.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Which is very scary.
Yes, it is scary, but you know what? We can't be scared of everything, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that I'm scared now? Was I scared before?
Yes, very.
Yes, very. But am I scared now?
No.
No. Why?
You discovered stuff that would help you.
Like, what did I discover?
The fine places to eat that I told you about.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of different stuff that
Yes. Yes. So, like I said, here in San Diego, again, San Diego Center for the Blind and the Braille Institute are two great places that you can reach out to. But every state has something different. Every state, however, does have a Department of Rehabilitation with a blind services department attached to it that can help you find more resources. Every state is different, but there is always help available for everyone all over the United States. Yes.
I dance.
Okay. So she's dancing.
You can enjoy me dancing while you listen to me.
But I think that if you have any additional questions, you can reach out to me. I also have a TikTok account. It's the name on there is Just a Blind Catholic Girl.
What if people can't comment on this video? And what if people don't have TikTok?
Well, we can comment on this video because I'm not going to make it for kids, only because I want them to be able to comment. When you make videos that say, is this video for kids, then you can't comment on it. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Okay. And so if they do have TikTok, they can follow your Nina on TikTok, right? Or on Instagram. My name on Instagram and TikTok is exactly the same. And I'm able to receive messages on there. And I'm able to, comment more personally and stuff on TikTok. Yes.
Hey, you there. Subscribe and like. Or I steal your cookie.
So if we're gonna make a lot more videos that are going to be helpful with anything that you guys want to know about. Ask us questions. Yes, and now Ella's gonna show you guys the binoculars.
Where are they?
They're in a pouch on the coffee table.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, there they are.
Mm-hmm.
This is something that helped my Nina a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I forgot to mention, before I show them,
Uh-huh.
tell them about that street light thing.
Yeah, I will. Let me see.
Here are the binoculars.
Mm-hmm.
That's new stuff. Here they work.
Mm-hmm. And most people who are able to use something like
and
this,
also get an iPad like my Nina just did.
they are able to use a monocular. Monocular is just one. My doctor gave me binoculars because I had decent vision in both of my eyes for a while, but my vision has declined a lot since then. So,
Can I show something?
yes. What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, now she's being silly. So you can use these to help you cross streets, which I've recently started doing. I hadn't crossed the street in over 2 years.
Which is very scary because what if you don't even know how to cross the street and you're blind?
Yes, well
that's why you have to take tests.
That's why you have to take classes. Exactly. And so, and I do that using these to help me see street lights. And I also use my cane to feel around. And you are very dependent on your ears when you're learning how to move around, especially on busier streets, because you have to listen for traffic. You have to depend on all clear signals in order to be able to cross the streets and make sure that you're not going to get hit by a car, which is always something scary.
Hey viewers, this is a warning for people. And if you're blind, like my Nina, you need to hear this. So, don't laugh at this.
Okay.
Some people can be mean to you. You have to watch out for that.
Yeah. Yes.
Like, some people don't like blind people, which you have to be aware about.
Well, some people don't like disabled people.
Yes.
So, it's we live in a world where we don't understand everything, but we try.
And for some reason, Einstein knew everything.
Mm-hmm. He did. And just so you guys know, before we wrap up here, is July is Disability Pride Month, which is not what you're thinking. It's not something where we're like, oh, I'm so proud to be disabled.
And no, it is not Pride Month.
It is so that we can talk about our disability, bring more awareness. There's so many different types of disabilities. People are deaf, people are blind and deaf, people are in wheelchairs, people use walkers. There's all kinds of things that can cause disabilities, and there's no reason for us to hide and be ashamed of it anymore. There is reason for us to feel proud to be alive and be grateful and always give thanks to God for everything that He gives us, and always find the purpose behind everything that is going on. So thank you so much for watching this video today.
And this is not in the morning, even though it looks like it is.
Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video today. And